In the last video, we took a look at a helloWorld example by using the Python print statement, the info method within the pcore console, and by running a .py plugin file. Now, let's go over the different plugin classes available to Python and LightWave. There are currently 11 built-in interfaces, each corresponding to a respective C class type. These all begin with a capital letter I. There are 33 C SDK classes for plugin types, which unfortunately means at the moment there are 22 plugin types not available for Python, and hopefully this will be remedied soon with a .release. Each of these interfaces has a corresponding factory. In our last example in the last session, we were using Modeler, so just like the standard SDK, we will use the ICommandSequence interface, which will use the CommandSequenceFactory in the ServerRecord. Let's go through the .py file piece by piece now. First, we have 3 hashbang statements. Next, a description of the plugin located within 3 triple quotes. Next, we import any libraries needed. The LightWave SDK library will probably always be imported as it has calls needed for the host program, LightWave. Next, general information about the plugin. As we noted in the last video, all these fields need to be here for the plugin to run, or you'll get an error. LightWave will tell you that this is not a valid plugin. It won't run. Now we get to the class declaration for the plugin. Give it a valid Python class name, then utilize one of the built-in interfaces for your class. We're in Modeler, so again we'll use the ICommandSequence interface. Next, we use an init function with double underscores, which takes 2 arguments, self and context. Then we use the built-in Python function super, giving it the arguments of our class name and self, followed by the init function. Now another function, process, giving it the argument self and mod underscore command. Within this function, we call the interface elements and our commands to execute, and in this example, the info function. Within that info function are string helloWorld and the built-in Python constant none, because the info function requires 2 character arguments, so we simply give that second argument no value. Then we return values back to the host application with an OK button. Last but not least, the ServerTagInfo list, which among other things tells LightWave what name to give the button for your plugin, when you should add it to the LightWave interface menus, if you do that, and the ServerRecord dictionary, which calls the factory for the interface type. That's the basics for a Python plugin in LightWave. I realize that's a cursory overview and it doesn't explain how to program in Python, but we can go over that in another session if any of you guys request that. Thanks for watching and happy waving!